I know that anyone and everyone in Singapore, no matter who you meet in the middle of the street, they are going through something, and you're not doing this alone.
Welcome back to the second episode of this series, or if this is your first time watching, welcome. Today we'll be talking about a more serious and sensitive topic, so trigger warning is advised. We'll be talking about mental health issues. I myself have struggled with NDD, GAD and insomnia, so I know how terrible it is to deal with mental health. Today we'll be heading out to the streets to ask what Singaporeans think of mental health, whether they have had any experience with it, and lastly, what help they think should be given to people who struggle with mental health. I'll first begin by asking you, do you have any experiences with mental health issues?
Yes, I do.
Somewhat, yeah.
I wouldn't call myself that I had depression, but something similar along that way during when I was in college, yeah.
My mental health issue is more towards like body dysmorphia. Growing up, I've always been a big girl, and it's been quite tough, I think, like growing through it every single day of your life, especially like in Asia, because I feel like everybody is like more into like skinny, like your perfect Barbie girl like body and stuff.
Do you think there is a stigma towards mental health in Singapore?
Definitely. I feel like even though it's the 21st century, I feel like not a lot of people are as willing to talk about mental health, but ever since the pandemic, mental health has been brought up again, and I feel like more Singaporeans are more likely to discuss about the topic of mental health. So that's the one good thing that came out of COVID, I guess.
I think the younger people are more open to like talking about mental health, but the older ones, they may not really understand what we're going through.
What kind of help do you think should be given to people in need of mental health help?
I think just talking it out will really actually help, because if you just keep it all to yourself, all you get is like clouded minds and you can't really get the solutions out of it.
I guess like peer support is really important because when they have like panic attacks or this type of moments, then all the people around them play a very huge role to help them.
Do you have any advice or anything to say to anyone who might be struggling with mental health issues now?
I know that anyone and everyone in Singapore, no matter who you meet in the middle of the street, they are going through something, and you're not doing this alone.
Share it with someone. I realized that when you're facing it alone, it's even harder. Then having it shared with someone, at least that person can just comfort you, advise you. He or she might not be the same, not really experience the same situation as you, but at least someone is comforting you in a way.
I think the best advice I can do is to stay strong, and even though that you may be struggling right now, just know that it's temporary and one day that it'll be all okay.
And that sums up the second episode of this series, which is about mental health. I just want to thank everyone's responses today, and I really appreciate everyone for being so vulnerable. But I want to raise a point that Singapore still has a long way to go in how we view mental health and the stigma that it has around it. I have a few friends that actually do struggle with mental health issues. They are afraid of seeking help, therapy or counselling because they are afraid that you taint their record or maybe taints their reputation. So I urge everyone who's struggling with mental health to please seek professional help as soon as possible to protect yourself and to protect those around you. Thank you for watching today's episode, and I hope to see you in the next episode.